Good morning, 438. Turning to farm news now. Last week we reported the CME Group plans to drop open outcry futures pit trade by July 2nd this year. Reuters is reporting that pit traders abruptly left a meeting with CME Group executives on Friday, saying executives were dismissive and largely failed to answer questions about their plans. No media were allowed into the session. CME declined to comment on the meeting. CME Group says it would save $10 million per year after it shuts nearly all of its futures pits in New York and Chicago. National Association of State Departments of Agriculture have passed a resolution supporting a national uniform labeling policy for genetically modified foods. The measure does not specifically support a bill introduced by Kansas Congressman Mike Pompeo that would limit labeling of foods with genetically modified ingredients to those with which FDA finds a food safety problem. But it does support a national uniform labeling policy for foods derived from genetic engineering, and to reaffirm the Food and Drug Administration as the authority in uniform food labeling. A GMO labeling bill was introduced in the Minnesota legislature last week. This is the fourth or fifth straight year that a GMO labeling bill has been introduced in St. Paul. The bill would not take effect until January 1st, 2017, and would not apply to animals that consumed feed from biotech crops. It would prohibit foods that contain biotech ingredients from being promoted as natural. This bill does not have widespread support among farm groups. Last November's elections put more rural legislators in the Minnesota State House. Farmer organizations are noticing that rural issues are getting more attention this year in the state legislature.
The elections changed the House from Democrat to Republican, and a lot of those people that were elected were from the rural area. So we're seeing in the State House that the rural agenda is being paid more attention to, and that so there's some of the leadership that had from previous years that they're into higher leadership levels. So yeah, we see that rural agenda being paid attention to more in Minnesota, I think.
And here's an example. According to the Minnesota Farm Bureau, farmland taxes have gone up 132% over the last decade, while business taxes have increased only 24%. Home taxes have gone up 55%. A measure has been introduced by Representative Steve Drakowski and Senator Lyle Conan to keep farmland from being taxed to pay for school and other construction projects. North Dakota leading the nation when it comes to wheat production. Neil Fisher, Wheat Commission Administrator, says those numbers could get even higher this year.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the winter wheat in our area. Of course, it's a fairly small segment of it. But actually in this region, the wheat in North Dakota anyway has fairly well leveled off, and I think we'd find some stability there. We hear a lot about the other crops that are coming in. Really, we're losing some of the other crop bases in barley and some of the others more so than we are in wheat. We're at a fairly stable number. I think we'll actually see an uptick this year. Perhaps in durum as well. Values have been higher there. Quality hard to come by. But if you're a good durum grower and you get the right weather, that can be pretty lucrative too. So we'll look for a little uptick in the durum side as well.
Fisher says Kansas is right behind North Dakota in wheat production, taking second overall in 5-year wheat production. It's 4:41, time now for Technology Tuesday, brought to you by Total Ag Industries of Hillsboro. Precision ag technology was headed for new heights in 2014 as drones for crop scouting, livestock health analysis, and more ag uses really started to take off. But rules allowing the commercial use of drones in ag have not yet been announced by the Federal Aviation Administration. Congress has given the FAA an August deadline for finalizing those rules.
But they'll have to go through a hearing process, and so even though they'll be announced, they won't be effective for at least 2 more years.
Anybody will tell you is that the FAA is not on board yet for how this is going to work, and so they're still trying to define the guidelines for what it is we're working with. And so we have a lot of interest from universities, we have a lot of interest from the farm community, mining community, oil and gas community, but they're all dragging their feet, sort of, and rightfully so, because they have to have certain guidelines to operate under that are restrictive right now and making it very difficult to do.
Most of the farmers are holding off, saying, we can't get involved, so let's pay attention to other precision technologies this year.
Where is North Dakota State University research headed this year?
We're going to be working with the noxious weed group. We're going to be working with another group that looks at herbicide-resistant weeds.
Nonprofit organizations like
Noxious Weed Association, they'd like to use UAS to identify noxious weeds, especially in areas like the Pembina Gorge where it's rugged to get into, or along some of the rivers. Some of them are willing to work with us so that we can get a FAA COA, and we hope to do that.
But the commercial use of drones, including all farming in 2015.
Using it in commercial agriculture, it's not going to happen.
And that's our Technology Tuesday this morning. It's 4:43 right after the break. Coming back, checking the radar and road conditions. Dreadful